Hey everybody, Shane Theriot here. Thanks for joining me. We're going to talk about this crazy Wiggy amp in a second. But before that, I have a little tip for you. Rutbusters. A lot of guys ask me, how do you break out of the same pattern, same thing, specifically lead? But we're going to talk about rhythm tonight. And it applies to lead as well. But let's take a 1-4-5 progression in the key of E. Okay, so instead of playing E here or here, they're all cool. There's all those positions work. They're time tested, true. I like to create my own capo bar. So the E would be up here. I would use my pinky to play this. It's a re-voiced power chord. I'm using picking fingers, but you don't have to. That's the basic shape. 12th fret, sixth string. I'm using my pinky, and I'm barring the B and the E. That's the 4th and 3rd string, 9th fret with my index. That gives you essentially a re-voiced power chord. And you know, some of you know you can do the Keith Richards thing. Or you could not play that 3rd and you could play that, what would that be, an 11? There's a couple of things you can do in there that's, you know, a lot of people do those things. They're time tested. But here's a variation for you. We have the 3rd here. Minor 3rd, which is G, major 3rd, 4th. There's a lot of flavor in here. You can bend these notes around. I like to bend the root. Start from the flat 7, which is the D. Bend it up to the root. You can't do that in any other position. And then so let's move to our 4 chord, which will be A. 5. That's one thing you can do. I have a couple songs off my solo records. One's called Just Go Away. Use this. Another one is my band Le Combo, tune called Ruler. It uses that position. So we're in C minor. But anyway, you can get a lot of mileage out of that. There's tonight's Rutbuster for you. So let's talk about this crazy amp. So a friend of mine actually entered me into a guitar contest that Dweezil Zappa was sponsoring, was the judge. And I didn't know Dweezil. We're since pretty good friends now, but I didn't know him back then. My friend entered my song called Shrimp Boots off my record Grease Factor. And long story short, I won the contest, didn't even know it for a couple months, and these people were trying to contact me, said, you won the amp, Dweezil loved your solo, where should we send the amplifier? So this is the Wiggy amp. Now, tonight, I'm not going to talk about all the nooks and crannies of the amp, because the last time I saw Dweezil a month ago, we've been talking about doing a Wiggy amp video, because he has the prototypes at his studio, and he knows I have this one here, and I'm going to go over there one day. We're going to do a real Wiggy thing and go through it. But it's a crazy quirky amplifier. It was designed I think after one of Frank Zappa's solid state amps, and I think the dash came from maybe Dweezil's Porsche Boxster, I believe. I don't remember. But so anyway, I had this amp, and a few months later, I got a call from a friend of mine who is WIllie Nelson's harmonica player for the last 50 plus years, Mickey Raphael. He needed a band put together for the movie Dukes of Hazzard, which was filming. That was the one with Johnny Knoxville, Jessica Simpson, all that. So I was in the band. I'm in the movie. I'm in the end credits, somewhere else in the movie. If you blink, you'll miss me. But it was fun. I got to hang out the whole day with Willie, and I got to meet the real Wonder Woman, have lunch with her at the catering and everything. And then I actually played with Willie again for the crew party. And I was asked to put a band together to back up Willie, and that was fun. And we played all the songs. I got to trade off with Willie, use this amp. I had just gotten the amplifier. So anyway, it's a crazy amp. I'm playing through it right now, just on like the regular setting, and it's got like these backup hazard lights. If you kick in the overdrive, you can see the lights kind of start to flash. And it's solid state. It's got tons of EQ settings. I'm going to do that another time with Dweezil. I'm going to save it for him because he designed it. He knows all about it. But it's quirky. I love the way it looks. It looks like an old radio. And it's got a pretty good speaker cabinet, 210s. I use it sometimes. But just a couple quick stories about that Willie Nelson thing. I was on stage next to Willie, actually with this same guitar, this Melanson. And Willie, he had Trigger, his famous guitar, right next to me on a stand about to fall off. And I was just looking at the thing thinking, man, that's just so famous. That's part of music history. It should be in a museum, you know? So we're waiting for them to set the scene up, and Willie, he's right next to me, and I leaned over and I go, Willie, how long have you had that guitar Trigger? And he goes, about 40 years. And I said, man, if that thing could talk, huh? And he leans over and he goes, oh, I'd have to shoot it. So that was a funny Willie moment. And yes, I did go on the bus. Yes, he does smoke a ton of weed. Yes, the bus smells like weed. Great guy. What else? We were doing the J.J. Cale song, They Call Me the Breeze. Leonard Skinner made it famous, but it's a J.J. Cale song. And that was the scene. And Jessica Simpson's, in the Daisy Duke short, she's doing the car wash hay dance scene or barnyard dance thing. And there's probably 100 people on the set. Everybody's ready, makeup, everything. And we're on the stage with Willie, and he says, the line is, he turns to the band and goes, hey, fellas, how about a song? And we go, yeah, Willie, what do you want to play? And he goes, how about They Call Me the Breeze? Except that's not what he said. He would say, how about I Am the Breeze? And we would kick off the song. 100 people start dancing, and you'd see the director say, cut. Willie, it's They Call Me the Breeze. Oh, have to reset everything. It would take 30 minutes. Do it again. Same thing happened about 2 times. Willie kept calling it I Am the Breeze, but classic. And good memories. Anyway, it's a crazy amp, but I really like it. And I think it sounds pretty good. It's very versatile. I used it on stage like 20 years after I won the amp. I sat in with Dweezil's band and brought the Wiggy there, and he told the story on stage and used it again, which was fun.
He is one of my favorite guitar players. His name is Shane Theriot. Shane, come on up here.
Get your amp!
Yes, he's going to play through the Wiggy that he won back in 2003 for Shrimp Boots. If we could have had time, we would have learned how to play Shrimp Boots.
But it's got a cool sound. I mean, you can... It's pretty versatile. A lot of, it's got all these settings like oil, temperature, gauge. They're all car-derived terms. But very powerful EQ settings. And it sounds good with any guitar. So that's the story of the Wiggy. If you like this little video, the little tips, there's going to be a lot more to come. Please hit the like, subscribe button. You know what to do. It's going to help the channel grow. I appreciate you spreading the word. And thanks for all your great comments on the other video. It was overwhelming. And all the support. All right, take care.